Welcome to the MadLab Fight Club. I let something slip out. Welcome to the MadLab. That's a little something else for next year. MadLab MMA. No fights coming up this weekend.
Yeah, we do.
Well, we got
PFL World Championships. We got boxing.
No UFC
No
fights.
UFC.
We got boxing, PFL, and then we have 4 weeks in a row of awesome UFC fight cards coming up. We're going to touch on some of that. What's going on, MadLab?
No, on Thanksgiving Day, now I can eat like a fucking gavone and I don't have to hear his mouth saying, oh, they put lard on this and they put fucking butter in this. Living this weekend.
So my mom and my dad just got in last night. So they'll be at my house. My mom's cooking Thanksgiving dinner.
I can't wait, dude.
Mike will be at my house. And my mom says to my wife, Sicilians are like, they don't understand they're being
intrusive.
Or not
in the kitchen.
But
in
like
the kitchen.
they say things without realizing that you
no filter, yeah.
No filter, right? And then before she came here, she's like, yeah, Veronica, I'm coming over and I'm gonna make a real Thanksgiving since they haven't had a real one in a couple of years. My wife's like, what the fuck?
Oh no.
What do you mean they didn't have a
She must have been fucking fuming.
No, she wasn't fuming. I was like,
well, she's sensitive though.
It's
sensitive.
Not even like, but it's not done intentional.
No, I know they don't know.
It's her way of saying, I want to come and cook for the family and make my stuff, but the way it's said, doesn't fucking sound like that.
Well, my mother, listen, my mother every year when she go because my brother's got the bigger house. So they go over there, and every year it's the same thing. My mother's like, "I'll come over, I'll cook nice." My brother's like, "No." She goes like, "No, I'll do it the right way. I'll do it the right way.
I'll do it the right way."
And
I'll do it the right way.
And Pete has a pickup truck, so
they do it the right way.
Yeah, they pull up to the house with a pickup truck, and she literally takes all the food out of the pickup truck, and they warm it up in a thing. And my brother's like, "Mom, what are you doing?" She's like, "No, because I do it the right way."
Fucking they're sick. Anyway, I am happy because my mom's an amazing cook.
I'm psyched.
We're gonna have a nice Thursday Thanksgiving. We got football all day.
Yeah.
Right?
Not all day. Is it all day?
Is it at least? There's always 3 games.
No, Thursday night. I'm thinking about Thursday night.
Thursday night we got your boys
the Niners
playing, right?
in Seattle. Yeah.
Speaking of the Niners, 3-game losing streak's over.
Over, done with, gone. What about all the Brock Purdy haters? Where are you? How come you're quiet like liberals? Where are you?
Why? Because he had a couple of bad weeks.
Dude, he's a product of the system. He wouldn't be this good anywhere else. I mean, they can't win with this guy.
But the guy's solid.
Bro, did you see the throw he made to Ayuk?
That was a sick throw.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, but
you got to make the throws. You got to make the reads. You got to elude the pressure. You got to read the defense. Like, the kid is a good quarterback. Just give it to him.
But there's something that has to be said about being a product of a system. Like a lot of you think Ben Roethlisberger would have been on another team the way he was with the Steelers.
Yeah.
You start to learn a system, you fit into the system, and then you gear your skills around.
Look at all his weapons. And I'm like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Look at all his weapons. Like, how many quarterbacks in the league have weapons? You got Ritter, who's the worst quarterback I've seen in a while. He's got Pitts. He's got weapons. Like,
got London. Yeah.
Bijan Robinson in the backfield. Like, the system matters, yes. Players matter, yes. But this kid is a good quarterback, bro.
Now, he fits in perfect over there, which that makes sense, right? But he's a fucking solid quarterback.
Look at Zach Wilson, bro.
Look at Zach Wilson.
You don't think that Purdy would do any better at the Jets if he was over at the Jets right now?
Anybody would do better.
I mean, I understand they got a bad offensive line, but dude, he's got weapons. He's got Garrett Wilson.
Of course.
He's got guys that are good, bro. Like, he's got good. Lazard's garbage. I understand that, but dude, it means something. The system means something. The players mean something. They all have to buy in. But this kid is a good. I'm telling you right now,
he's a good quarterback. Really good.
This kid, 1,000% has Super Bowl in his future.
He definitely can be a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah,
100%, dude. He's got the poise, the moxie, the calmness, the coolness.
And people are also forgetting. They're looking at him like he should be ranked among these guys who are drafted first and second in the draft.
You know what he is?
He almost went out of the board.
He is a poor man's Joe Montana.
Yeah.
A poor man's Joe Montana.
Yeah, he is. He's Joey Cool. You're right. Yeah, you're right. He absolutely is.
Yeah, he like very cool.
Like, he's very cool and composed, bro. But think about the guys that are. Think about like.
Now, don't yell at me. I said poor man's Joe Montana.
Very poor man.
I didn't say Joe Montana.
Yeah.
I said a poor man's Joe Montana.
People saying he doesn't have an arm. He's got no arm. He doesn't move. People, they're nuts. I don't know what they're. You know what it is but what about these guys that were drafted first?
My dad was talking about Purdy last night.
You don't like him?
No, he loves him.
Oh, okay.
My dad has a heavy accent.
Yeah.
He's like, this fucking Purdy. He's fucking good. The 49ers, fucking Joe Montana, then Steve Young, and where the fuck they get these guys? He's like,
yeah, they got that. They get the guys that fit that whole West Coast offense.
That's good ownership, good management, good recruiting, good drafting, right? That goes along with leadership in the entire organization.
Yeah, now Jets got Bowles going next week. He's the starting quarterback.
It would be a shame if they don't at least be at a decent enough record for Rodgers to want to come back.
They got to win one game.
Yeah.
They got to win one game before he already announced the date.
It's mid-December, right?
Mid-December, bro. They got to win one game.
3 months after tearing your Achilles.
But they got to win one game, bro. Technically, one game for him that means incentivized to say, we have an outside shot.
It's worth the risk of me.
It's worth the risk.
Yeah.
But if they don't win a game, then that's it.
It would be the fucking story of the NFL.
I think that's why they're bringing this kid Boyle in. They want to see, listen, we're not winning games. We just need to win one game. One of you guys got to win us one game.
This kid's terrible, man.
Who?
Zach Wilson.
He's horrible, bro.
And you know what's even worse is that one of our advisors for APN, he spent a week with Rodgers and Zach Wilson. He did ayahuasca with them in fucking Costa Rica. He said this kid's the fucking nicest kid in the world. Yeah, everybody loves the kid. The kid's got a great, charming personality.
But nice doesn't cut the cheese.
It doesn't when it comes to pro ball.
Nice, that doesn't mean anything. People, it means nothing. The kid is. Listen, I feel bad for him because he is on a terrible team. But how many chances are you going to give this kid? They should have kept. I'm telling you right now.
He's not on a terrible team.
Well, no, I'm saying after the whole thing, they don't have no offensive line.
Defense.
They got a great defense, but they have no offensive line.
Championship level defense.
But I'm telling you right now, you put Mike White in that spot.
You fucking love
bro. Mike White should have been the quarterback right now.
But why is Mike White out of a fucking job?
No, he's a backup, I think.
Where?
Somewhere. I think in Tampa or something.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a backup. He's a backup somewhere. I just don't know where. I forget where he is.
Mike White's a poor man's Fitzmagic.
1,000%. But that's what you need, bro. You need someone who's going to go in there and sling the ball.
Bring back Fitzmagic. He could probably still sling it. I love that guy.
Let me see. Mike White.
Is he still in the league?
Yeah, he's definitely still in the league. He's a backup somewhere. Mike White.
You were rooting for him so bad.
Yeah, bro. He's better than Zach Wilson. Mike White is now the current team. He's on the Miami Dolphins.
Is he? Miami?
Yeah, he's on the Dolphins. Yeah, so he's back.
Tua goes down.
Dude, you know what? With
those weapons?
You know what him and Hill would do together?
With those weapons?
With those weapons.
My dad said to me last night, he's like, how about Miami? I'm like, are they real? I'm like, you know what it is with Miami? They got the offense, but you know what? They're just not tough.
No, they're not tough. You're right. They're not tough.
It's like you could beat them up.
Yeah.
They're just not tough enough.
Yeah, you need to be a Super Bowl contender team.
You got to be tough.
You either got to be like the greatest show on turf. You got to be that high octane,
right?
Or you got to be tough.
The Eagles are tough. Even Kansas City having Mahomes, they're
not tough. Nah, they're not tough.
You don't think their defense is tough?
Their defense, but their offense isn't tough. They don't have that downhill. Pacheco is, but they don't have that. When you look at them, you look at like the receivers. You look at they're not a brutal downhill team, dude.
Eagles are tough.
Eagles are tough. They're tough both sides of the ball.
They're going to be
the Niners are tough both sides of the ball. You got McCaffrey who runs downhill. You got guys who play hard. I'm telling you, it's gonna. Whoever wins the Super Bowl this year, it's going to be like their old school tough team, dude.
I don't see anybody in the AFC
beating who.
I think it's the Eagles or the Niners.
No, that's NFC.
Yeah, I don't see anybody in the AFC who's really, really tough. Now that Burrow's out for the year. Not that they were that good.
Yeah, Burrow. Yeah, they're done.
Who else is out there?
Ravens are good, dude.
Ravens are tough. They're always tough. They're tough.
You know who's tough too, but they're not going to be. Pittsburgh's tough.
Their defense is tough.
They're tough. Their defense, but they're horrible.
Putrid.
Horrible. The Najee Harris, your boy's starting to kick it up a notch a little bit, though.
I fucking hate him too.
So,
all right, we got boxing this weekend. We got the Benavidez brothers fighting. David against Andrade, and Jose Benavidez against Jermel Charlo. What are your early predictions, MadLab?
Well, I've been saying this for how long? That Benavidez was going to be the champion.
Everybody had been avoiding him.
Everybody's been avoiding this kid for well over 2 years. I mean, nobody expected this kid to do nothing. They made fun of him. They said he was fat. He's fat. He's out of shape. He's not a boxer. Now look at him. Everybody's avoiding him. So this is just this is another spot for him to get some notoriety. I don't see him losing this fight in any way, shape, or form. Jose Benavidez is not the same as his brother.
No.
He's good.
Yeah.
but he's not the same as his brother.
Now, this is the other Charlo, not the one who fought
Jamal
Canelo.
Charlo.
Yeah, Jamal. So this is the better Charlo.
Yeah. So this is a good card. You know, this is good to see both of these guys on the card. But Benavidez is going to, believe it or not, the line is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought the line would have been like well into the close to like 600. I think it's like 400 or something like that.
Maybe time into a little parlay with some PFL action.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm going to start looking into. Yeah, but Benavidez is not losing this fight. I'll tell you that right now. If you guys don't watch boxing or you watch boxing and you're not familiar with Benavidez, watch him. He's tall. He's rangy. He's got power. He ties his punches together. He's not about 1 and 2s. He's a very good kid. He'd be a really good champion. He's very well-spoken. Family man. Watch this kid. I'm telling you right now, this kid is going to be the next really good champion. So
now, this is Saturday night.
This is the 25th, yes, which is Saturday, right?
Yeah, Saturday.
25th,
Good.
Yeah.
We actually get a real boxing card. Not
Yeah.
some,
I wouldn't say a real boxing card. It's a great boxer.
When's the last time we had a real boxing card?
I know, exactly. Yeah, well, this is actually, you're right, though. You're getting 2 good fights. One of them's 10 rounds. One of them's for the interim.
So the Fury Usyk fight's on. They signed it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope fucking Usyk kicks his ass, dude.
See, I don't know. See, I'm looking at that now as I'm saying, like...
Now he's going to actually
he's got something to fucking
serious.
prove now.
He does.
Yeah.
Well, he does.
Yeah, does he, though?
He embarrassed himself.
He does. But, bro, anyone who watches boxing and knows what he fights like and knows what he looks like knows he came in like a jelly roll, dude. Like, he didn't... He always does. But there is a certain point in time where you say, like, he's Daniel Cormier. He's never going to be ripped. He's never going to be a Francis. But that's good shape for him. That's bad shape for him. Bro, he came in the worst shape I've ever seen him in.
Listen, all I'm saying is that I don't want to hear this talk about being one of the greatest fucking champions of all time. Because great champions in any sport, they don't take opponents lightly no matter how they are. Tom Brady's and Michael Jordan's and whoever you want to call it, they're not taking opponents lightly like that. You know, you were still fighting a guy who was a champion in MMA, who's a big guy who could throw. You don't take that fucking seriously?
All right, top 3 heavyweights of all time. Let's go. I'm giving you 3, not 10. 3. You can't name your top 3.
How many times we got to do this?
No, we never. Did we ever do this?
Mike Tyson. No, I'm just kidding.
No, don't do that. We got Mackenzie on the
David
sticks,
Tua.
by the way. She does all our production and editing.
I mean, I got to go Muhammad Ali #1.
Okay.
I got to go Muhammad
Then
Ali.
you know what? Let's make it interesting. We're going to go top 3 heavyweights.
What era?
Does any era. Top 3 heavyweights and then top 3 pound for pound. Of all, anyway, pound for pound. All right, so yeah, top 3 heavyweights. Go. Don't fucking
You're not
touch
even
my...
giving me time.
You don't touch my list, dude, either. Don't go start thinking of things I've said in the
Forget
past.
about heavyweights. Let's go pound for pound.
All right, let's go pound for pound. Let's go number 3. Number 3, number 2, number 1. We'll go that way.
Oh, this is tough. Pound for pound. I hate Floyd Mayweather so much. I hate him. You know, it's tough not to put him in the top 5, maybe even number 3. I'll never put him #1. Never. I just fucking won't do it because he avoided big fights, and the ones that he did, he fought later in their careers when he knew he could beat up on him. You know what I mean? So I can't give him #1 for being strategic on his opponents. I can't stand that. I like guys who just fight who's up in front of them, who's supposed to fight, and you know what? He did that. He did it with De La Hoya. He did it with Pacquiao. He did it with Mosley. He waited until those guys were older when he knew he had the advantage. So I can't, for that reason alone. But it's tough for me to not put him up there. Defensively, he probably was the greatest fighter of all time defensively.
He was.
Defensively.
There's one guy that could rival him.
But defensively?
Yes.
Who?
Come on. I'm trying to think how I can give you a hint. He's dead. He passed away, actually. I think he's dead. Yeah, I think he passed away. But he was in our era. He was in like the De La Hoya era and stuff like that.
Who?
Pernell Whitaker, dude.
Oh, Pernell Whitaker. Did he die?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, Pernell Whitaker.
Bro, his defensive skills were insane, dude.
You know who I would have said would have been pound for pound up there if he didn't just keep going with his career and start embarrassing himself was Roy Jones in his heyday.
Yeah.
There was a era in our history when Roy Jones was the most dominant boxer for that period of time, bro, where he was amazing. And then he got his bell rung by who was the guy that Tarver?
Yeah, Antonio Tarver.
Started with that,
and then he got the Rocky thing, and that was done.
And but then Roy Jones just after he got his bell rung with that first knockout, that was it. He just toppled over from then. He started fighting too late in his career, kind of like embarrassed himself.
So you're gonna go Mayweather, number 3.
I hate to do it, bro.
Well, I don't. Listen, you have to.
It's tough for me not to.
All right, I'm going Ali number 3, And the reason why, and a lot of people are going to disagree with this, is because when you're talking about pound for pound, you're talking about the fight game in encompassment. And this guy was the only heavyweight still to this day, that fought like a welterweight. The way he moved. And you got to also remember, guys, innovation, like the innovation of the things that he brought in. Guys back in the day, they would fight like this, like back in the day, like this is the way it fought. They went like this. Like he brought that whole slipping and moving and slipping and ripping and the rope-a-dope. And he really did move like a welterweight, bro. Like if you really watch him, and I didn't tell you his weight class, the way he shadow boxed and the way he moved and the guy was a magician. So just on creativity alone, the way he patterned so many fighters that idolized him, bro. Like a lot of the fighters today, a lot of the fighters from, the 80s and 90s, bro, like a lot of the stuff they did in the ring, they got it from him. He got it from somewhere else, and we'll get to that later, but I got to go with him in a pound, and it's not often you put a heavyweight in a pound for pound list.
I mean,
but he wasn't a normal.
It's a great argument.
Yeah, but he wasn't a normal heavyweight. So I'll go number 3. He'll be my number 3.
Possibly the greatest of all time.
He'll be my number 3. Number 2 is going to be really hard.
I can't even think of 1 and 2 right now. I mean,
I can think of number 1. I know my number 1. It's not even it's clear cut for me.
Who's number 1 for you?
Number 1, without a doubt, Sugar Ray Robinson.
See, I really didn't get to see him fight. It was before my time. That was before I started getting into boxing. That was the 70s. I really
that was way before.
Even
the
before
70s,
that, your dad was a boxing historian. I kind of learned it on my own. So
if you watch film on him, the things that he did, bro, he didn't have a flaw in his game, bro. He was as
you guys. Your dad always says it too.
I'm the only reason why I know about it is because of him.
Yeah.
And then I became addicted to studying him and watch. I've seen every piece of film on him because it's not like there's a shitload, but I've seen everything with him. All his fights with Jake LaMotta, bro, he hit like a truck. He was fast. He was a good chin. Like the guy did everything perfect. He had the perfect fighter's body. And even Tyson, even Ali, even all these guys, they said, there's not even a question the greatest fighter of all time, pound for pound, was Sugar Ray Robinson. Like, that's how special this guy was. Still to this day, he would beat anybody today in his prime. I don't think there's anybody that would hold a candle to him today in his prime if they could bring him back.
I didn't get a chance to see it. Just like Marciano, I didn't get a chance to see that.
He was another one.
He was
another great
one. Another one, undefeated.
180 pounds?
Never lost a fight. I didn't get a chance. I mean, people would probably argue pound for pound, Marciano undefeated. I've never seen those guys.
There was one argument though that there was a thing going around that there was one guy that beat him in an exhibition fight that didn't count.
Oh yeah.
Called Joe. His name was Joey DeAngelis.
Oh yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yeah. All right. So who's your number 1? Then we'll just go from. You got to have a number 1.
You just put me on the spot with I have to look.
Well, just give me a soft.
I was sick. I have brain fog.
Give me a soft one. A soft one. Think about the 80s, bro. You got Duran, you got Leonard, you got all these guys. You got Hagler, Hearns.
That's the guys going through my head. Is Leonard and Hagler and all those guys. Hearns. Those guys to me were all like at the same level.
Who do you think would have been? Who do you think's career got? Then we'll jump on to the next topic. Who do you think's career was shortened, whether it's due to damage or drugs or an accident, or that would have been one of the greatest of all time? I got 2 guys right now that I can name.
Motherfucker's asking me questions he knows the answers to.
Come on, what's going on?
He knows the answers to these questions.
Well, no, because name one. Name one guy that, like in boxing, that either took a little too much damage too early or got into an accident or something that derailed.
Meldrick Taylor?
He's in there, bro. Bro, how do you not say no? That's my number 2.
If he would have won that fight,
either
Chavez,
either Salvador or Chavez. One of those 2. You got to throw a Mexican fighter in there. You have to.
Chavez
or Salvador.
He was 68-0 before he lost his first fight.
Yeah.
If Meldrick Taylor would have beat him in that fight, his whole career would have just changed.
He did beat him. Dude.
But he didn't.
But he did.
But because he didn't,
I know.
Is why his whole life spiraled.
Yeah.
He fought the perfect fight against the greatest fighter of all time at that time.
Bro, Lou Dufault was a stroke.
He won every round. I remember watching that at my grandma's house. I couldn't believe it.
Even the announcers were saying, if he holds on, he wins the fight.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Richard Steele, that fucking asshole, ruined that guy's life.
And do you know why he called it off? Do you know what his excuse was?
What?
So they blamed some of it on Lou Duva. They said that Lou Duva was calling his name in the corner, and he was distracted. So he was looking at Lou Duva and wasn't paying attention to Richard Steele when he was going, "Are you okay? Or are you okay?" He was confused.
Oh my God!
So he called the fight off.
Worst ending in boxing fucking history, right there.
I would say that, and I tell you right now, bro, Riddick Bowe.
Riddick Bowe, yeah, that's a good one too.
Riddick Bowe, dude, I think would have been one of the top 5 heavyweights of all time.
Those Bowe Holyfields were the best.
If
man.
he would have stayed healthy.
Yeah, he would stay healthy. He got fat. He got on drugs. Whatever he was doing.
He was fucking special, dude.
He was.
He really was. Big Daddy Bowe. Remember he had that Ali persona to
Who's your number 1 pound for pound?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Sugar Robinson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, tough. I'm going to do some research on that.
All right, we'll come back.
Think about that.
We'll come back to you on that one.
Went off on a tangent there. All right, we got MMA PFLs coming up Saturday night. This is the $1 million championships. We got Jenkins fighting Wade. We got Collard or OAM.
Really good fights. Dude.
Really good fights. A couple former UFC guys.
Yeah.
Kasangane's on there. I forgot who else is fighting on there, but it's a really good card.
Yeah, it's a really good card. We're going to actually, we don't usually do this because PFL and Bellator, they're very hard to gauge.
Volatile.
Very volatile. But we're going to put a slip in for this weekend for the fights because there is no UFC. I know a lot of these guys. I like some of these matchups. So we're going to have where the bet pack will be filled up this week. So if you want to check it out, we are hot right now for this month. This is one of our better months.
3 straight weeks with MMA on the plus side.
And 3 straight weeks with...
And 3 straight weeks with football, too.
Yeah, so...
You know, so I think... MMA alone, 3 straight weeks, it's like plus 15 units.
No, over that.
Even more than that, right?
Yeah.
And then with football, he's been he's been on fucking fire. I'll just say that.
Yeah, so
if there's a time to ride the coattails, it's right fucking now, right into the holidays.
Yeah, we're gonna end strong. We're gonna end strong this year. So come on madlabmma.com. There's a bunch of different options you could choose, but definitely come and check us out.
Now we got great fight cards coming up, starting with December 2nd. MadLabs boy Beneil Dariush against fucking Arman Tsarukyan. Man.
Let's do soft predictions on these fights.
That's what I want to do.
All
right. This is a tough fight, bro. This is a real. I know you're gonna pick Beneil.
No.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going the other way. Soft prediction. I'm taking Tsarukyan.
I didn't expect that because I'm taking Tsarukyan as well.
Yeah, soft prediction.
I didn't expect
this is like
that.
before the research, though.
Yeah.
Right now, like just first look, I'm going Tsarukyan. Yeah. Younger. It's just
kid's hungry.
He's hungry. Like Dariush, I think after that loss,
Tsarukyan is the only one so far up to date who gave Makhachev a real run for his money.
And there's nothing positive Dariush can take from the last fight.
No, I know.
Like,
he got fucking waxed.
There's nothing positive you can take from that.
Who Oliveira?
Yeah.
He beat him up, right?
Like, what are you going to take from that? Like, you can't take anything positive from that.
What a shame, because this dude was like this close to a title shot like a year and a half ago. And then something happened. He got hurt. He couldn't fight it. Then it just happens like that. Dana White said it in the last press conference. It was not after the last card, the card before that, the pay-per-view card. He said, "Hey man, this is a very opportunistic business. Like if you get a phone call on short notice to go fight for a title,
you go.
You fucking take it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know when you're gonna get another shot.
Yeah.
You might get hurt. Your opponent might get hurt. It happens so much that when he was talking about.
Look what happened in this the pay-per-view card.
That's what he was talking about Volkanovski and talking about Usman taking the opportunity. Like when you get that phone call, you take the fucking opportunity.
Yeah.
No matter what. Short notice.
The same thing with Aspinall and.
Same thing. Yeah, same thing. That's what he was talking about. It was actually after that card.
Yeah, so
after
it's like you take but the whole thing is like if you look at Dariush where he was, like he had a cat fight to get to where he was.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give him anything. Now look what they're doing. Now he loses that fight. He goes from fighting Chucky Olives to fighting Tsarukyan, who.
If he loses to Tsarukyan.
But there's nothing to gain from Tsarukyan.
No.
For him. There's really nothing to gain.
But he almost has no choice.
But he has no choice. But I'm saying Tsarukyan now, he beats Dariush, it puts him in a really good spot. You know, so like if you think of, but if you
this is for Dariush just to stay where he is.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. And then this is for Tsarukyan to kind of leapfrog him.
Yep.
So that's
the way it works.
This is a chess move for the UFC, saying, "Look, you got your shot. His turn now."
That's the way it works.
You know? So that's the way I'm looking at it. So soft Tsarukyan, December 9th, Yadong versus Gutierrez is a great fight.
Dude, that's a good fight, man.
Boring fight, but a great
got
fight.
Those nasty leg kicks, dude. This is a good fight.
Yeah.
And Yadong is tough, man. Yadong is tough.
He's tough, dude.
Wow,
tough.
this is a tough fight.
I'm
going to go early Sang Yadong on this one. I think he's the best hope right now for China is Sang Yadong.
What are you talking about?
Who?
They got, what's her name?
Men.
Oh, men. Yeah.
Not Zhang Weili.
Yeah.
Male Chinese fighters, I think he's the best they got right now.
Soft, I'll go Yadong because of the wrestling.
Because of the wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Now, Big pay-per-view card, man. They're
UFC
lining up here.
290, bro.
Leon Edwards, Colby Covington. I know already what MadLab's going to say.
Dude.
And you know what? I'm not going with you on this.
Get out of here. Are you fucking high?
I am not.
You're
Covington hasn't fought in fucking 3 years.
You're doing this to be different.
He's been on the sidelines, talking shit, doing his Instagram. What does he always say?
I just made me parch.
What does he always say on Instagram when he has the with the girls?
What's up, nerds and virgins?
What's up, nerds and virgins? I mean, I love the guy's entertaining, but I think Edwards, everybody's been down on him, right? Even after beating Usman the second time. Hold on a second.
Bro.
You forget before he
Go ahead, go.
You forget before he fought Usman the first time, before, how highly you used to speak about Leon Edwards.
Who, me?
Yep. You used to call him the most underrated guy in the UFC. This poor guy never gets a title shot. He deserves a title shot. The guy goes, wins the title, beats Usman twice. Now he's a piece of shit.
Did I mention once?
That's what it sounded like to me.
That he was a piece of shit. Did I say that once?
Mackenzie, he said it, right? Last show.
I said he was a piece of shit? No, see, she's going to defend you all the time. So, here we go. This is what I'm going to say about him. He didn't lose he lost the first fight. We all know that. Like he got lucky with that head kick. That fight was over.
Stop saying
But he got it. He won. He ended up beating Usman. Got it. Great. I'm not saying he's a bad. I think he's a really good fighter. But I'm saying stylistically, to me, right now, what he is a step above Matt Frivola, bro. This is a guy who's overachieving right now. That's what I personally think. I think he's getting a little bit too much shine for beating Usman, who's, don't get me wrong, who's unbelievable great, but he's not the same Usman he used to be. This is a guy that's got to walk in sand and grass. He can't even walk on concrete barefooted, bro.
He proves the critics wrong again. Right. Leon Edwards, Rocky.
I'm going to tell you this right now. The business of the UFC is also the politics of the UFC. And if you look at the alignment of why Dana White is giving him this fight, people are complaining. Why is Kobe getting a fight? Why is Bilal getting a fight? Why is this? Because there's no politics tied into it. Dana White is best friends
with Donald Trump. I know, and Trump loves Covington.
Trump loves Covington. Covington. This is a perfect campaigning opportunity for them to be like, dude, this kid is going to market the hell out of Trump. Trump this, I got it for the champ. He's like, you know what? We're giving him the fight. So the UFC wants him to win this fight.
I'm going the other way. You heard it here.
And so I'm telling you right now, I think Covington is going to maul him for 5 rounds.
I don't think so.
Maul him.
I don't think so.
And you forget how good his striking has gotten.
Covington?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget because he's been fought in fucking 3 years, dude.
Okay. He's
fucking guy. Been on the sidelines, nerds and virgins.
All right. So listen, remember that. By the way, Showdown Christine, if you're watching this, you still haven't given me the shoey yet.
Oh, that's right.
You're welching on a bed here, girl. So we got to get you
live on camera.
Either live on camera. You've been hiding from me. You've been avoiding
live
me.
Shoey.
We need a shoey from you.
And we picked the shoe.
You lost fair and square.
I'm going to send you MadLab shoe.
So
size 27.
There's no Showdown Dog Pick of the Week this week.
It's like Shaq's fucking shoe.
But you do. But I just reminded me. I'm going to send you. If you don't do it, I'm going to send you a fucking like Auntie said, like a size 23 that I'm going to wear like for 7 days without changing my socks.
Fucking pour 7 beers in there. Pantoja, Royvale. I love Pantoja. Yeah, don't even talk me off it. I don't feel Royvale earned a title shot here at all. I feel like they had no.
I think he did. He's tough, bro. Royvale's tough, dude.
He's not championship level tough, I don't think.
I think his chin is going to hold him from being championship level.
I think they didn't have anybody else to give Pantoja.
Good matchup.
Good matchup. I like Pantoja.
I
love Pantoja.
I think his chin is what's going to fail him here. Grappling, I think he could keep up with Pantoja all day.
I think he can keep up with him, yeah.
But I think it's going to be on the feet. He doesn't have that dog. Like you talked about football with toughness.
Yeah.
Royvale's tough, but he's not Pantoja tough.
Pantoja's great.
Pantoja's like Roberto Duran tough.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
I want Pantoja to hold the belt for a while.
Yeah, he deserves it. And he's a good guy, dude.
Yeah, he's a good
family guy.
Yeah, I love the guy. Love the guy. Then you got Rakhmonov, man, the fucking prodigy here.
What are they doing to him?
Going against Wonder Boy Thompson, the 39-year-old nicest guy in the UFC.
I don't get it, dude.
I think Rakhmonov's going to roll him, dude.
Yeah, but why would you do that to a guy who's been a flagship of your company? He's a good spokesperson.
I think Wonder Boy wanted the fight.
He did not want this fight. I think he
wanted
took
the fight.
I think he took the fight because he's been turning fights down. And the UFC is like, look, bro, like you're either going to take a fight or you're not going to take a fight. He's like, oh, I take a fight.
This is good for Rakhmonov.
It's good for Wonder Boy too if he could pull it off. Bro, imagine he beats him and he pulls it off.
Shavkat's tough, bro.
Yeah, he's tough, dude.
He's a nice another level tough.
It's just
man. He's a future
He's gonna
champion,
just ground him, dude. Ground him and just pound him.
Yeah, I think so, bro. I think it's gonna end inside the distance too.
Yeah, I'll go Rakhmonov on that.
Yeah.
For now.
How could you pick Wonder Boy in this
For
spot?
now.
Now you got I'm embarrassed about this one. Paddy Pimblett. Now here's one that I'll say. He lost that fight against Jared Gordon.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, but he got the nod somehow, some way. Now that you give him a guy who lost 7 straight fights, who's not the same guy no more, and they're using this whole David Goggins training him like that's gonna do Tony Ferguson any good in the fucking cage. I can't stand this fight. I think this is a weak move for Pimblett, not fighting somebody tougher than this. I don't care what you say. I'll never pick Ferguson again. I told you last time, don't ever do it again. There's no way you could pick him in this fight.
I am.
I can't take it. I can't take it.
You want me to tell you why?
You want to go 8 times in a row?
No, listen. Because if he's ever going to win another fight,
You said this the last 3 times.
No.
Yes, you did.
But this is a soft prediction. This ain't my prediction.
Bro, you could not pick him.
I don't think that. First of all, I think it's a complete mistake him training with Goggins. Goggins is more mental than anything. He doesn't need that.
He don't need that.
He don't need that. You know, his conditioning. That's not doing nothing for his conditioning. Throwing up and puking and puking and puking. David Goggins' whole shtick is meant to make you mentally stronger. He's mentally weak in certain aspects of his life, but when he walks into that cage, you got to fucking kill him. There's no such thing as being mentally stronger than Ferguson in the cage. So I don't think that's what benefited him. But Pimblett, I'm telling you right now, I think he's a bust, dude. I don't think this is a credit to Ferguson. I really, truly believe that Paddy Pimblett is a Molly McCann type bust. Like really, I think he's a fucking bust.
I don't like.
You can't keep getting fat and getting skinny, and not taking it seriously. And bro, he's not even popular anymore, bro. Look how much star power he has lost.
Because you're sitting on the sidelines, not fighting, avoiding guys.
Right. Okay, so I'm saying
he had a lot of opportunities to fight a light of guys that he said no to.
But I think he's a complete bust.
I hope he is a fucking bust.
Like I really do.
I don't like it.
I think he's a complete bust.
I'll root for Ferguson.
I think that Ferguson can hurt him and cut him, and you might just see this kid fucking completely fold.
I hope to see that.
So I just don't think
that's
what I'm saying. So okay. So next one, Luque versus Garry.
I would love to see Luque.
I'm taking Luque in this fight.
I would love to see him submit Garry. I
think Luque can win this fight.
This guy Garry, don't get me wrong. He has been impressive his last.
His striking is seamless, dude.
His last 2 fights, he's been super impressive. I mean, he destroyed Neil Magny after talking so much shit.
Yeah.
Remember that press conference?
Yeah.
When he wouldn't even let fucking Magny say one word. It was almost like hard to watch. I was like, wow, I feel bad for Magny right now.
Do you know he's married to like a fucking 41-year-old girl?
Garry is?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until I was the other day.
The kid has been impressive. He destroyed Magny, but this kid's ego, man. I am the future. I would love to see Luque fucking submit him, dude. And I'm going to pick Luque in this spot, too.
I wonder what the press conference of that's going to be. Like, Luque's so nice and kind.
Guy. Super nice guy.
What's Garry going to do to him? Shit on him? Like, how's that going to work?
I don't know, babe. I don't like his ego. I like him as a fighter, though. He's got amazing striking.
He's got really good striking,
Yeah.
but I'm telling you right now, like, Luque's the type of dude that can bring that toughness to the cage.
Tough.
That he's not going to be able to deal with.
But which Luque are we going to get?
That's the problem.
You going to get the fucking awesome Luque? Sometimes we go, wow, this looks like a contender champion Luque.
That's the problem.
But then you got the guy who don't even look like a Luque.
Yeah.
You know, who we're going to get that night. If we get the right Luque, he's got a great chance of submitting.
Yeah, we got a lot of good fights coming up. We're going to break all these down on the site. Obviously, we're going to come back on this show for every one of them and break down the main cards in each one.
Leon Rocky Edwards, you heard it right here.
Fuck out of here with that. Super Bowl prediction. Who's in it? Not to win it. Just who do you think is going to be in it? Don't say my team because it's my team. If you think another team, you think another team.
I want the Niners to be in it. That's between the Eagles and the Niners. It's tough, bro. I'm going to say Niners.
And who?
I'm going to say the Chiefs.
I'm going to say the same thing. Niners and Chiefs.
I think Niners and Chiefs.
All right. That's it.
Watch out for those Eagles, though, bro.
You know.